Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Ricky's Replay. Tonight is 1971, The Who, Who's Next? You know, this album is just raw power. And it's the original record is phenomenal. And I wanted to create a personal 6-song sequence from my favorite songs, and I wanted to capture the massive scale of the music, but I also wanted to keep it intimate for myself. And so here are my 6 favorite songs, and here's how I sequenced them. Song 1, I went with Bob O'Reilly. There's just nothing like the opening of this particular track. The second that hypnotic synth loop starts, it's, you know, I know exactly where I am, and I've heard it millions of times. Just absolutely love it. It builds and builds until the whole band explodes into the room. There's just no other way for me to start my side than with Bob O'Reilly. And to track 2, I went with Bargain. I wanted to keep the original album's 1-2 punch intact here because I think that the transition is flawless between these 2 songs. You go from the fading synths of Bob O'Reilly straight into this beautiful acoustic strumming, and then all of a sudden the band just kicks the door down again. And you know, Roger's vocals are raw, they're desperate, and then you've got Pete's guitar, which is just relentless. And I think it keeps the massive energy just surging between those 2 songs, between Bob O'Reilly and Bargain. Now, after those 2 heavy hitters, and you know I'm all about that 1-2 punch. I do that a lot on the R side. If you watched any of the other shows that I've done, I always like that little breather that I like to take, you know, usually after my 1-2 punch. So for song 3, I went with Love Ain't for Keeping. I really love this track because it shifts the vibe entirely, and it's short, it's breezy, and it's just driven by this warm acoustic guitar. And to me, it brings the energy down to earth, and it just lets me reset, you know, before I head into the deeper emotional heart of my side. So here we go. Track 4, I went with The Song Is Over. This to me is really the hidden gem of this record for me. The piano work by Nicky Hopkins is stunning, and then you get this beautiful vocal trade-off between Pete's soft verses and then Roger's soaring choruses. It just really feels incredibly cinematic, grand, and I think it takes my side into a really soulful, reflective space. That leads me to my next track, which is track 5. I gotta go with the legendary Behind Blue Eyes. This song to me is the ultimate calm before the storm. I mean, it starts out as this beautiful, haunting acoustic ballad, and it's just Roger's voice and a guitar, but you can feel the tension is starting to build beneath the surface, and then the track just erupts into this heavy, angry rock outro. It's just, to me, the perfect bridge to get us ready for my grand finale. And you know, I decided to close out my R side with the definitive rock closer. It's got to be Won't Get Fooled Again. Wow, this is 8.5 minutes of pure rock perfection. I mean, you've got this, again, another driving synth loop. Keith Moon is playing like an absolute maniac, and of course, you got that legendary primal scream by Roger Daltrey. It really just, it leaves me awestruck, and it's exactly how I want to rewind to my finish. So there you have it. Those are my 6 favorite songs, and sequenced them to create my perfect R-side. Let me recap. I went with track 1, Baba O'Reilly. Track 2, I went with Bargain. Track 3, Love Ain't for Keeping. Track 4, The Song Is Over. Track 5, Behind Blue Eyes. And then I closed my side with Won't Get Fooled Again. There you go. 6 tracks, massive power. That's my personal R-side for the Who's Next. I'd love to hear from you on this one. If you had to pick 6 songs from this record to sequence them, what would make your cut? Drop me a message. Let me know. If you're feeling me out there, give me a like and subscribe to my channel. And I really appreciate you sharing time and space with me. Keep loving the music, keep loving yourself, and keep loving each other. And I will see you soon.